20113 Pinehurst. Left a bunch of trash at the street. Masked on the front and side door. Need a new garage door. Got a bunch of trash in the yard. Garage is got a bunch of trash. Need a downspout, or not a downspout, yeah, a downspout. You got masters on the door, stairway to the basement, paint the stairway, this whole house is gonna need a pretty much rehab. Paint the walls, paint the ceiling, paint the trim, clean and disinfect, paint the steps, paint the ceiling. Need a light globes. Basement. Paint all the walls. All the walls are paneling. They're all rotted. Most of them are rotted. You need to probably take all the walls out. Bunch of trash in the basement. Water meter reading will be 108193. Got to paint all the floors, move the appliances, bunch of trash in the basement, water heater furnace, back room, bunch of trash in the back room. Got to replace all this ceiling tile or take it all down. This house is going to need quite a bit of work. You to see where you need new treads on the steps where the dog was chewing on the treads. Same with the corner. Going into the kitchen. Yeah, got to paint all the walls. You need a new ceiling fan. You don't even need a ceiling fan. You just put a regular light in. Clean, disinfect. House is winterized, paint all the walls, paint the ceiling, clean and disinfect everything, wipe down everything. I guess this would be like a little dining area. Paint all the walls, paint the ceiling, paint trim, remove the light, put a new light fixture in. Living room. We gotta paint all the walls. You need all new blinds throughout the house. Got to paint the ceiling, paint the window trim, paint all the trim. You need all new outlet covers, light switch covers throughout the house. Need a new door handle on the closet door. Clean out the closet. Paint inside the closet. This house needs everything. You need new wall vents. You need to refinish the floors. Bedroom 1, main floor. Paint all the walls, paint the ceiling, paint the trim. Refinish floors. All new outlet covers, light switch covers. You're gonna need 2 blinds. Paint the doors, paint the trim. Hallway, paint all the walls, ceiling, trim, refinish floors. Bathroom, paint all the walls. Paint the ceiling, paint the walls, paint the floor, clean and disinfect, winterize this house. Need a new blind. Bedroom 2, refinish floors, paint all the walls. You need 2 new blinds, paint the window trim, paint the closet, paint the doors, paint all the trim, pretty much everything. Going upstairs, you got to paint all the steps, paint the walls, paint the trim, missing a handrail, paint the stringers, paint the treads, the risers, paint all the walls. Upstairs, A little sitting area. You got to paint all the walls, paint all the trim, remove the carpet, replace all the out switch covers, light switch covers. You need 2 blinds, paint the trim, remove the carpet. 5 bedroom, 2 bath house. Bedroom 1 front. Paint all the walls. Need a new ceiling fan. Need 2 new blinds. Paint the window trim. Paint the walls. Paint the trim. These floors are fine up in this bedroom. Paint the closet. You need a bifold door. Paint the door. You need a new bedroom door. Hallway. You got to paint the hallway. Paint the trim. Remove the carpet. Paint the walls. Paint the ceiling. Paint the trim. Bedroom 4. Back left. Paint all the walls. Paint the door. Paint the trim. Paint the ceiling. Need a new light fixture. 2 blinds. Need a new bifold door. Paint the closet. Paint the ceiling. Bathroom upstairs. Paint the walls. Paint the ceiling. Paint the trim. Clean and disinfect. You need a blind. Paint the door. Bedroom 5. Move the carpet. Paint all the walls. Paint the trim. Paint the ceiling. Need a new light fixture. Paint the doors. Fix the bifold. Paint the in the closet. Paint the trim. 1 blind. Remove the carpet. This, like I said, this house is going to need a lot of work. And this is 20113 Pinehurst.